Bradley University's Manmeet Kaur. We have Hawaii Pacific University represented by Maitri Nagar, and Webster University represented by Barnika Roy Datta. Thank you everybody for being here. Let me begin by giving some background information about the company. So Career Mosaic at this point of time is Asia's leading international student recruitment company. For South Asia, we are the #1 company in terms of the number of students that go to the US, the highest center of international students to USA. Career Mosaic works with about 900 international universities, and 350 of them are situated or based out of the US. So America is our largest portfolio of partner universities. The rest of the countries that we represent universities and work with belong to Canada, UK, Australia, and a lot of universities in various different parts of Europe. Our services to our partner universities include strategic consulting for them on how to approach the international market of India and South Asia, what kind of marketing activities and events that one should participate in. We help them with in-country representation if they want to deep dive into the market and focus their marketing and student outreach and student engagement activities in India by having boots on the ground and people situated in India for them. Another additional thing that we do is high school outreach. So for universities who want a more focused enrollment for undergraduate students, we have an entirely different program called the High School Outreach Program, where we help universities connect directly with various high schools in India and undergraduate applicants. So these are some of the services that we offer to our partner universities. In addition to the work that we do, a lot of it is through study abroad consultants and counselors that exist in the market. Nearly 70 to 80% of students from India who wish to study in the US use some kind of consultant or agency or counselor to guide them through the process. Career Mosaic works with 200 such consultants, high quality consultants in Andhra and Telangana. These are vetted through a long process of quality control to make sure that these are qualified, well-reputed agencies in the market. How we support these education consultants in guiding students and basically helping them through the entire process is by having in-depth information and knowledge about the universities that we work with and passing this information to our study abroad partners, which we call agency partners. We interact with universities on multiple occasions, in conferences, on their campuses, even on networking events like these, on virtual and in-person meetings. And the information and knowledge that we gather about these universities is what is then passed on to our agency partners. We also support these study abroad consultants in Andhra and Telangana for their events and student engagement opportunities that they set up for universities and students to interact with each other. For example, today we had an event in the morning. We were at a college campus where close to 100 students met these university officials and spoke one-on-one about what opportunities they have at their universities. We train the counseling staff of the study abroad companies that we work with on not just how to counsel for a student who wants to apply to USA, but how to help them navigate the entire process of everything from the very beginning, from which university to apply to, what university matches their budget or their study preference, their career trajectory that they are looking at, or their location preferences. And all of this guidance and counseling is done periodically, literally every week, for the counselors that work with us. Apart from that, like I said, we help them support their events when they have study abroad fairs and student fairs where universities and students engage with each other. The largest percentage of students that go to study abroad and in general also go to study in the US are all from this region. And Career Mosaic as a company is looking to grow our reach in the Andhra and Telangana market, as well as our current presence. We already have a pretty strong presence, but we're looking at, doubling down, tripling down on that presence. And I'll talk a little more in detail about the plans that we have as a company in this region. But before that, I'd like to share some, interesting data on the numbers that are generated out of India for studying abroad, and also specifically out of the Andhra and Telangana region. So, as per the statement put out in the Parliament, in the Indian Parliament, 750,000 students went to study abroad from India. 750,000 students went to study abroad from India. And a big percentage of that, close to 28%, went to the US. So that's close to 2 lakh students went to study just to the US. That's a huge interest in just one market, a massive market, but it's a big market that they're interested in. From the region of Andhra and Telangana, they contributed to 40% of the entire student population that went to the US. So if you take 2 lakh and then 40%, so that's about 80,000 students that from this region went to study in the US. So you can imagine the interest that the states have in the US, education opportunities and career opportunities, as well as understandably the interest that universities have in making their presence, felt, and strengthening their presence rather in the market to make sure that they are able to recruit the right kind of students for their programs. The other 2 states that have such good numbers are Punjab and Maharashtra, but then nothing compares to what Andhra and Telangana is able to generate. An example of the numbers coming out of this region is GRE, the graduate record examination that students take to study master's degree in the US, recorded that in the year 21-22, we had 115,000 students that took the GRE test. And out of this, 57,000 students, so that's nearly half the test takers, were from the Andhra and Telangana region. So the demand is huge. The number of students, the student interest is massive. Interestingly, as per the top 10 cities that had the highest number of test takers for GRE were, amongst them were Hyderabad, Guntur, Vijayawada, Vizag, Khammam. So these are, all of these cities are amongst the top 10 test takers that students come from. Since applications are already done for this entire academic year, we had 135,000 applications just for USA. So 135,000 applications to various universities in USA, public, private, big and small universities across the length and breadth of the country. 70% of our entire student applications are from the Andhra and Telangana region. And as we see that 40% of the entire population that goes out of this region is anyways from, goes out of India is anyways from this region. But for us as a company, 70% of our entire student population was from this region. And this number is only expected to rise in the, not just in the fall term, but also in the coming terms, that we'll see. The majority of the students who go to study abroad from, study in the US from this region they tend to choose, the very popular states which are in the Northeast: New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts. And of course, very popular is the southern state of Texas. California is, of course, because of Silicon Valley and the various opportunities there, equally popular destination. And then we have Illinois and Missouri as 2 other hotbeds for where large number of students go. Having said that, our experience has been that with the 300 plus, with close to 350 universities that we work with,